Honestly, when I started this, I was broke. Like 25-year-old single mom, waiting tables, working day shifts, night shifts, just trying to survive. There are days I didn't even know how I was going to pay for my kids' school. We were going to the food bank. Like, it was rough. And I just hit a point where I was like, I've got to figure something else out. So I made a post on Facebook. No business plan, nothing fancy. I literally just told people the truth. I was like, hey, I'm a mom, I'm struggling. I'll clean your house. And people showed up. It started with a couple jobs, then those people told their friends, and then I had more work than I could even handle by myself. And that's when it clicked for me. This isn't just side money. This can be $1 million business if you actually build it right. And it just grew fast. Now I've got a full team. We're managing a ton of properties, and it's turned into $1 million cleaning business, which is honestly insane to even say out loud, but it's not like it got easy. It's still chaos. Every day, I'm still putting out fires all day long. The difference is now I actually have systems like Jobber to help me keep everything from completely falling apart. I didn't have money. I didn't have some big plan. I just had no other option. So I figured it out.
Every morning, Savannah runs her business from home while getting her kids ready for school, balancing both before the day even starts.
Can you help me and put this stuff back for me? And then I'll put y'all sandwiches. I've already looked at my phone. After I get their breakfast in and their lunch made, I'll go sit on the computer while they chill. Oh my God, these dogs are gonna be the death of me.
With the kids busy with their morning routines, Savannah gets a moment to check Jobber in her home office.
Yeah, the most important things that I'm looking at in the morning are making sure that everybody is going to be heading to their jobs today, that we don't have any specific call-offs and no clients are needing to cancel their cleaning that starts this morning. And we need to let the team know right away if there's any changes to their schedules. I have been doing this now with a manager for 4 years, and before that I was doing all of this alone for 6.5 years. The software was so helpful because I had no idea what I was doing and had to get myself very organized. Jobber makes it easy for me to do scheduling. I can see everything from a day view, so it helps me get an idea of who's truly available.
Savannah eventually hired Tracy, who uses Jobber to manage Earthlove Cleaning's many bookings, all from her home.
We get cleanings added every single day. So I am just constantly on that page, navigating, playing Tetris, moving cleans around to try to see if we can fit somebody else in. She was starting to really scale the business bigger than what it had been, which was part of the reason on bringing me on, was to help with all of that email, client relations, that kind of thing. Jobber really does help a lot, especially in terms of things like the recurring cleanings. I will reach out to somebody at the end of their initial cleaning, ask them if they want to go ahead and set something up so that way they can keep the maintenance on their home. We have well over 125 recurring residential cleanings, so trying to keep up on those and not lose somebody along the way is huge. We have a team of 50 cleaners, so when we have over 150 Airbnbs that we service, it is detrimental to the business if they don't have everything that they need in one place. So the fact that we have that ability to have all of those notes on file, being able to have that for the cleaners that we can send anybody that we need to and they have everything right there, as opposed to them having to call us and say, hey, where's the washer and dryer in this unit type of thing. So being able to have that, I feel like really helps. I have everything color coded. And if somebody were to call off, generally what I will do is I just scroll through here first to see who is open. And then I will look and see whether or not they can take on that cleaning or whether or not I need to play Tetris and move some things around, which sometimes we do. Obviously that we've scaled to this larger size, it's a little bit more tricky to kind of keep track of all of the people who have sent in requests, people who have sent in quotes. So Jobber does make it a whole lot easier for us because it automatically will send them a message to say, hey, have you checked out this quote? As opposed to us having to personally send them an email and keep track of everybody that we have gotten in. Same thing with a client. They can very easily message us like the day of if one of their kids are sick and they need to cancel 30 minutes before a job. So it's nice to have that because it's a little quicker sometimes than the email. So that was a feature that we added that we really, really love that made our life a whole lot easier.
Using Jobber's in-depth reporting, Savannah and Tracy check in with each other often to discuss revenue and how they can continue to grow the business.
This year I'm doubling the business. 3 million, that's the goal. I don't know if you're looking at like the weekly revenue. We're sitting at over almost $30,000 right now. We're at $29,389. That's 8% up from last week.
For April, that's pretty good. Normally that's not until May or June.
Last year, the biggest month we had was 126, and that was in July. The month of February was 21% growth. Month of March was 19% growth. And right now we are only 23% down from the numbers last year, and I know we're gonna go over. But like, look at the heat map. Like, look at how far it stretches down.
Like half of the state.
It's literally half the state. How in the heck would two people keep that much stuff organized without some kind of system to track it all?
Savannah takes a short break from business to get the kids off to school.
The car ride is plenty of time. It's enough time for a thousand fires to happen within the business. You guys to eat a burrito, us to jam out to some music, and get to school. Hi, Mom. I love you. Love you. Before I had Jobber, I honestly missed a lot of stuff. Clients' appointments got missed, things got missed, cleaners didn't know where they were supposed to be, checklists weren't there, and my kids saw a lot little of me and a lot more of a stressed version. Right now, my manager is actually on and responding to some of our cleaners about some scheduling changes that were happening this morning. So I can see her response to her just a few minutes ago. Thankfully, good things that are happening this morning. I'm constantly on the move, checking properties, meeting clients. We have a route optimization feature, and that helps us check out how far each job is from each other and where our cleaners even live and where they're coming from so that we can make sure we're not sending them too far. Yeah, now that I'm not doing the cleaning anymore, I'm spending a lot of the time checking on properties, checking on our cleaners. I'm actually here today checking on an Airbnb. What I'll do is a little bit of a walkthrough, make sure there's nothing broken, we're not missing any laundry, any damages to the linens, extra excessive trash on the floors, or a kitchen that's left in disarray with lots of food and pans and anything left over like that. We want to make sure that the Airbnb host is able to make that claim within the first 48 hours of being in the property after checkout. And that way they can get their money back. If there's an issue, they have to file for the guests just making a mess in a place where they should have taken a little bit better care of it, being a rental.
Savannah heads home to work on some aspects of the business that take Earth Love Cleaning to the next level.
Well, then she'll be really happy. Speaking of which, I need to make candles. So I should probably let you go in a second because I need to make a candle for that lady. So it's for clients, new clients that spend over $300, and I will water transfer these logos onto the candle. So that it shows up on the candle, and then we will drop that little basket off with a pack of 3 organic sugar cookies that have been branded with our colors and our logo. It's just that special touch so that they remember us, and so that if anything does come up in the future, they all think about us, but also so that if there is any kind of like mistakes or anything that they want to like talk about for the future, it also gives this like really personable line where they feel like they're connected to us. I'm excited to drop it to this little lady because she's getting a clean for her family member who's having a big surgery this morning, and they're having the full house clean. So when the woman comes back from surgery, she just has a fresh space to be in. So hopefully she can have the cookies. Oh shit! Sola. We have been in this house almost 5 years. To be honest, where I'm at right now, like the fact that I'm able to have a backyard is crazy because I lived in an apartment condo with me and my kids and another mom and 2 kids, and me and my kids shared a bedroom. It was rough and we didn't have a lot of space. And when we moved into this house, I was still kind of trying to grow the company. There wasn't a place for me to feel like safe and secure. So when I moved into this house, it actually also helped me like be better because I finally had my own room. My kids finally had their own room. And we finally were getting to this place where we weren't living in like scarcity and we were actually bringing in some money. So I mean, the fact that we're here is wild because we used to have to eat from the food bank just to survive. And now I can feed 10 chickens and 3 dogs and a dragon and all the things. So it makes my heart full because that's all I wanted for my kids was just a place to call home and somewhere that we could be stable and put our roots down and not have to leave every 6 months or a year.
Running her business with Jobber gives Savannah flexibility within her day to do things like go to the gym.
I think it's really important to carve out a little bit of time for yourself to move your body because that's how we move emotion and stress. When I started working out consistently, I was also really scaling my business at the time. So it was really important for me to be able to have something that I could check at all times and just make sure that I was on point, even if I wasn't sitting in front of my computer. And all of the systems and operations are there for me to just be structured and organized regardless of where I'm at physically. That time freedom is just, as a mom, especially a single mom, it's like unheard of. And I'm just so grateful.
After a quick lunch, Savannah heads to another job site.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? We're out here today at one of our clients' houses. This is a residential clean that we're doing. That's gonna take us about 6 hours. So we're here just checking it out and making sure everything's going well at this property. We use Jobber to do our quoting. We've got line items and all different customization features that we have in there set up for our specific business, which gives us a quicker time frame to get that quote out to the client. So we also book clients a lot faster. If my team isn't using Jobber, it affects their pay. That's how important it is. We use Jobber for our time clocks every day. Our cleaners clock in and out with the app, and that's what we use for payroll. Because we pay hourly, not per job, I need to know exactly how many hours each cleaner worked and what that actually costs us. If you're not tracking labor, you're not making money. The GPS tracking is also huge for us. I can see exactly where someone clocked in. There was a time where someone clocked in way before they got to the job site, and I wouldn't have known that without Jobber, so it really helps keep everything accurate. For marketing, we've used a lot of different tactics. Something we've come to find out is that our heat map really helps us know where we're getting the most requests from and where we should put more resources and time in marketing. Since we already have teams in those areas, it makes sense for us to continue to focus on those areas so that those staff have a full schedule. It's often that we've worked with clients in the past that maybe just don't need a cleaning as often or they're too busy to remember. So we've been using Marketing Suite and Jobber to help us be able to contact those clients and gain their business again by offering them freebies, promos to recharge their business.
After the job site visit, Savannah heads out to pick up her kids from school.
I truly think that if you want $1 million business or you want to be successful, like people have to remember you because you helped them. You have to put your heart and soul into it. So there's no shortcut. And finding the right systems and things that help you. And little old me did I know that in 2016, 17, I would sign up with Jobber and start growing something that created past my wildest dreams, created past what I could believe was possible. I would never, ever, ever believe that it was possible on my own.
Now that the kids are back home, Savannah balances being a mom and running her $1 million business.
Most people are done at 5. I'm just getting into the second half of my day.
With Savannah being able to trust Jobber to keep everything on track, she is still able to get that quality time with her family.
One.
Cheers.
So good. Mom, you gave yourself a mustache.
Thanks for joining me today. I hope you got something out of Kamori's like, come on, Mom, get it right.
It makes it worth it.
As you can see, running a business like this is pretty chaotic. It's moments like this that make it all worth it. Thanks for joining me today, and I truly hope you got something beneficial from this.